Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, readers of all persuasions. It is I, Gayla, and welcome back to Book Uncorked and Caffeinated. And I am so sleepy, but I am going to do this video. I sat around here all day and didn't do anything, and now I'm about to go to sleep. And I was like, I'm going to do this video. So, anywho, it is March 15th. It is a Sunday evening. I'm about to go to bed, but I wanted to get this book haul done. So this book haul is a really big book haul, and this is just the beginning of March. I'm gonna say that I know I'm gonna buy more books, so this is probably gonna have a part 2, or I'm just gonna add to the end of the video once I get the books, because Brandy book hasn't come out yet, and I'm going to buy that. So I just wanted to get out the way the biggest book haul, I guess, this year so far. I don't know how many books I bought in February. It was quite a lot. You'll probably get a video on that as well. But right now, let's just talk about my March buys. And so last week, when I went to Barnes and Noble, I was on my way out, and I didn't make it out. But I didn't make it out in a good way. I bought one book, and the name of the book is The Ways of White Folks by Langston Hughes. I think the last time I read this, I was actually in high school. I think this was a required read. And I'm also trying to get my collection up of classics, African-American classics. So I definitely had to pick that one up. So I was like, oh, I didn't get anything today, so this is the thing that I get. This is my treat for myself. So I got that one. That was from Barnes and Noble. And then I went over to Amazon. And for those who's been here, those who have been on my channel for a while, you know I have a 9 to 5 and a 5 and 9. I'm a clinician. And so this book is the workbook for the Self-Care for Black Men book. So I have the book, and I didn't realize I had a workbook, and so I purchased this as well. At one point, like 90% of my clients were male, and of that 90%, maybe 75 were black males. So for some reason, the black males, I provide a great space for them, and they keep coming back, and I love it. So that one came from Amazon. These two also came from Amazon, The Undertakers and The Conductors by Nicole Glover. So Nicole Glover came out with a book in January called Star Seekers. I'll throw it up on the screen. And so I did not buy that book physically. I bought it as an Audible book because I'm not a super fantasy type of girl. And that's kind of described as a historical fantasy mystery type of book. So I was like, I want to support, but I didn't want to get the physical book. And so when I went down the rabbit hole, I did not realize it was a part of the series. It's the 4th book in the series, in the Murder and Magic series. So I had to get it. So I had to buy Star Seekers as well. So the Undertakers and then The Conductors. And so those were from Amazon as well. And then we're going to move over to Book Outlet. And so to bring up the rear for that series, I got The Improvisers also. So this is one of the books as well. So I have the 3, and then I'm going to purchase the Star Seekers to have all 4 in the series. So I have those. And so the rest of these are from Book Outlet. They had a $5.99 sale for their hardcover books. And I got some other things that were in hardcover, so that's cool. So one of the books was Harlem After Midnight. I feel like everyone is in their Harlem bag this year. We have a lot of books that are centered around like the Harlem Renaissance, migration, and things of that nature. This sounds super good. It says a body falls from a townhouse window in Harlem, and it looks just like the newest singer at the Apollo. I thought that was super cool. So I got that. Then my other hardcover book I got was One Summer in Savannah. I'm trying to get all of them, but this was the one that was available. I just bought her latest one, and I'll talk about that in another video. But yep, I had to put that on my shelf. What other hardcover books I have here? Oh, yes. And then I have Ours. So the FMC in here, it tries to save other enslaved people in Arkansas in the 1830s. This sounds super good. She sounds like that rebel. It's almost like 500 pages. It's almost 600 pages. They have it in paperback now. I've seen it, and it doesn't look as intimidating. So if you want to read this book, but it looks too intimidating, now they have paperback, and it looks super. It looks like this, even smaller than that, I feel like. So definitely pick this up, and it was hardcover and $5.99. So I say, why not? So that was the rest of the hardcover books. And then I just started putting books in my cart. Plantains and I Will Becoming, poems about the Afro-Latino, Afro-Latinx life. And so I said, oh, I like that. And this particular author is a writer, poet, and musician from New York. So I love it. Then I picked up The House of Eve by Sadiqa Johnson. So I just literally finished this morning the, what's her newest one? The Keeper of Lost Children. I literally read that this morning, and that was my first Sadiqa Johnson book. I never read this, and Yellow Wife. I never read Yellow Wife, so I have to pick up Yellow Wife, but this was on the site, so I picked this up. Then this is a new one. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce this author's last name. I hate when I do that, but it's becoming very popular. I've been seeing it. It's on Reese's Book Club, His Only Wife. And it says a fierce and funny first novel. So this is the author's first novel. And one more book, Real by Kennedy Ryan. So I love Kennedy Ryan immensely, but I really didn't enjoy this, and everyone seems to enjoy this book. So I also have to confess, I listened to it with my ears, and maybe the narration is what took me over, or I didn't like as much. And I finished it, but I really didn't enjoy it. So what I said, before Score comes out, or I'm not going to read it before Score comes out, but I will read it again before I read Score. So I wanted to also look the same. I'm not always that girl that wants the same color covers of books, but since I didn't buy it already, I'll get this cover because the next cover is kind of in this metallic type of thing. I noticed, so I just learned something too. I guess they get the overflow of books. This one came from Target, but these came from Book Outlet. So the Real. So I'll read it again with my eyes. Maybe I'll have a different perspective, and then that lead me right into Score. And then last but not least in this box, I got a coloring book, a Mind, Body, and Soul self-care coloring book. I also got the Self-Care for Black Women book. Just like the other one, I have that book and that journal. And so I bought this coloring book. And this one, oh, it has the picture of the actual book. And it has the workbook that goes with it. So that was like the one I got for the guys. And my favorite picture so far in this book, when I went through it, I was like, oh, that is me, because I am the sister queen of saying no and meaning it. It says I can say no without an explanation. And so this is my favorite one because it has the earring, and the earring says no. So those are my books that I bought so far in the month of March. Like I said, today is March 15th. I already know that I am going to buy more books simply because Brandy's book hasn't come out yet. I think it comes out on the 31st. And there's 1 or 2 other books that's coming out this month that I want to put my hands on. But anywho, you will see me again either in this video, I'll come back, or you'll see a separate video or an additional video for March book buys. Anywho, you will see me again. So before you see me again, do all the things. Like, comment, subscribe. And also drop in the comments or the chat which one of these books that you already have, already read, or you would like to read. So just drop that down in the chat. And while I do this, it's kind of semi-cleaning up because I have books everywhere. Bam, bam, bam. Little self-care never hurt nobody. All the books that I purchased so far in the month of March. Hope to see you soon. Subscribe. Deuces. Bye.